There are students who are in kindergarten, there are students who are in first grade, second grade, third grade, and they are PhD students. The PhD students cannot mock kindergarten. Hey, वो बच्चा है तू पढ़ रहा है अभी भी, because he also passed through that stage. We are not worshipping a statue. It's like a Mahatma Gandhi statue or some Lincoln or these different statues are there, right? And what ultimately happens to those statues? The pigeons sit on them and then every week you have to clean them, right? But that's not the case with the deities. We worship them. And the deities reciprocate or they don't reciprocate? Any story someone knows they reciprocate? Is it easy to engage? Is it easy to wash a pot or do dhyan on the form of Krishna? What is easy? Is it easy to go on Harinam Sankirtan, like chant with the devotees, or to meditate on some impersonal light of Brahma Jyoti and think about that in a secluded cave of a mountain somewhere next to the lions and tigers? What is easier? Intelligent person is always going to take the easiest process. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we are on the 12th chapter. The chapter is entitled Devotional Service, or in Hindi, Bhakti Yoga, or Sanskrit Bhakti Yoga. So Krishna started with saying Bhakti is the best, then he described impersonal aspect, and then he says that this is very difficult, and then now he's switching back to Bhakti. He didn't spend much time on impersonal aspect. So let's see. Let's read. We can read together. Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha ananye naiva yogena mam dhyayanto upasate tesham ham samudharta मृत्यु संसार सागरात भवामी न चिरात पार्थ मय्यावेशित चेतसाम. We must understand even before we discuss this verse that this verse is not for ordinary practitioners of Bhakti Yoga. This verse is talking about those who are at a very advanced stage of Bhakti Yoga. So there are students who are in kindergarten, there are students who are in first grade, second grade, third grade, and they are PhD students, right? The PhD students cannot mock kindergarten. Hey, वो बच्चा है तू पढ़ रहा है अभी भी, because he also passed through that stage, right? He passed through that, so that's a stage. Similarly, we cannot say this yogi is low or this yogi is high because it's a stage. And Krishna says the ultimate stage is what? Pure devotional service. So now Krishna is explaining that, and this is explaining the highest position, right? So let's see. Ye tu sarvani karmani. What does a sarvani means? Can you? Let's see how much we understand this. Sarvani means what? Sarvani? Huh? All. Sarva means all. Karmani? Activities. Tu means? You. No, ye tu wala tu nahi hai. Tu means but. B-U-T, but. Lekin. Tu means? Lekin. So the words before is talking about, again I keep going back because we have to have the continuity in mind.
Troublesome.
It is troublesome. But what is not troublesome is coming here. What is not troublesome? Yeah, so now we are talking about Bhakti Yoga here. So that's what I'm trying to say. The word tu indicates that we are talking about Bhakti Yoga, because this means but, right? Oh, this is very difficult, but no, this is something else, right? So ye tu sarvani karmani, those who have engaged all their activities, mai sanyasya matparaha. What does sanyasya mean? What does sannyas mean? To give up or to accept?
Yeah.
Sannyas means to give or to accept?
Renunciation.
To give up. Sannyas is accept donation, but I'm not talking about that. But sannyas in general means to give up the society, to give up all connections, right? So that's giving up. So mai sanyasya matpara. To give up what? Sarvani karmani. Oh, I am showing my finger as if you can see there. But so sarvani karmani, mai sanyasya. Give up all activities unto what? Unto me, mai, right? And mat paraha. Mat paraha means we discussed this already.
I'm the supreme. Thinking.
Considering me to be supreme. What was the 55th verse that we discussed 100 times already now in 3 classes? 11:55. What was that? Oh, we can use our smartphones, huh? Oh, very nice. Okay. Mat karma krin, mat paramo, and then
Some J Jai.
yeah, even I forgot. So that mat paramo is coming from which verse? Verse number 55, right? So this sanyasya mat paraha is that ananya naiva yogena mam dhyayanto upasate. Ananya, what does ananya means?
1.2.
What does anya mean? Anya means other, others. And ananya means no other, meaning
1.2.
focused, right? Ananya naiva yogena. Ananya naiva yogena is what? Bhakti yoga. Text 54. If you go back to chapter 11, text 54, can someone read the translation? Text. Yeah, I can read. I have it actually here. If you go text 54. Bhaktya tu ananya shakya. Shakya means possible, right? Shakya means possible. So possible by what? Bhaktya ananya. Ananya means undivided devotional service. And undivided we qualified as what? We discussed this three times already, 2-3 times. What is undivided means? You are doing bhakti, but that bhakti is undivided. What does that mean? Pure devotional. But what does pure devotional mean?
Not mixed with karma and jnana.
Very good. Yes. Not mixed with karma and jnana. If you take out karma and jnana, pure devotional service is what is being talked here. So, ananya naiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Dhyayanta means?
Meditate.
Meditate. Very good. Dhyayanta means? We know dhyan, right? Dhyan. Meditate. Upasate means? Upasana kya? What's upasana?
Practicing.
Worship? What? Yeah. So, now now that we discussed the Sanskrit together, can someone create a sentence out of the first 4 lines? Let's see who can do that. Anyone? Just try, like, maybe. There's no punishment. Like, just try one. Whoever wants to try. Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasa mat paraha ananya naiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. What is the translation for this?
But those who give all their activities unto me, thinking that I'm the supreme, with one-pointed focus, focused worship onto me.
Very nice. Perfect. Very well said. So, yes. So those who give up all their activities unto me and consider me the supreme, and by undivided yoga, which means by bhakti yoga, ananya naiva yogena means by bhakti yoga. Third line means bhakti yoga. Mam dhyayanto upasate, and they are always doing what? Meditating on me and worshipping me. Then Krishna says, what do I do with them? Okay. For the impersonalist, Krishna is saying it is very difficult. About trouble. It's very difficult. Right? For general public, it's difficult. For special souls, it is possible. And they are doing it already in Himalayas and so many other places. They're doing it. It's a valid process. Then Krishna says, Tesham aham samudharta. Tesham means those who, the one in the previous verse, yeah, who are practicing bhakti yoga, but who are already very advanced, not ordinary, not like me, like, right? So those who are not, those already, meaning on a lower stages of practice, they are those devotees who have reached a very high stage of perfection. For them, tesham aham samudharta. Samudharta means what? I put them in the ocean. Samudharta. Udhar. What does udhar means?
Correcting.
Udhar.
You are debted to them.
Huh?
Owe them something.
Udhar.
उधार वाला उधार नहीं उद्धार डबल डी वाला उद्धार हाँ उद्धार कर दिया आपने मेरा उद्धार किया या यू मीन्स टू to uplift. And samudharta means completely uplift. Samyak uddharta means very nicely delivered. Udhar means to deliver. And samudharta means special kind of deliverance. Yes. So, tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. From where am I going to deliver you? From mrityu samsara sagarat. Meaning this material existence where the end is always death. Who has their great-great-grandfather still in the house? No one. Even grandfather would be difficult, a bit stretched at in this age. They're all gone. And that means that we will be also gone. And we were gone, that's why we are here now. And we'll be gone, and then this sansara is called mrityu. Sansara. It's called mrityu because it's a fact. Right? What's the shloka in Gita that says, one who has taken birth, death is certain? What's the shloka? No. Mrityu hi dhruvam, that's dhruvam shabd is there. Jata se dhruvam mrityu. Janma mritasya cha. So yes, so that verse is in Bhagavad Gita only, right? So which means that those who has taken birth, is death fixed or not fixed? Fixed. And those who are dying, is birth fixed or not fixed?
Depends.
Huh? Depends. Okay, good answer. But in general, those who are dying, those who are not yogis, if they die, then they have to take a birth again. And how long will this process continue? Jatare Shayanam. Everyone is Pandit in this case. Tesham aham samudharta mrityu sansara sagarat. So, for those who are elevated souls, who have dedicated all their activities unto me and who are always in meditation of me and always worshipping me, for them, I deliver them perfectly from mrityu samsara sagarat, from this ocean of miseries and death, right? Bhavami na chirat partha. What does chirat means? Chirat means delay. Delay. Chirat means Chiranjeevi, right? Chiran will live long. Chiranjeevi. And chirat means long. So then Bhavami na chirat partha. What does partha mean?
Son of
Kunti. But son of Kunti is it's going to be something Kunta or something, right? So
son of
Pritha, right? So Pritha. So Pritha will Partha. Okay. So Pritha is the name of Kunti Devi, and because he is son of Kunti Devi, he is called Partha. Krishna's father's name is Vasudeva, and because of that, he is called Vasudeva. So it is like that, right? So there are so many rishis, their name is such, and then if you go back, their names are connected to their father's name, right? So Janak Maharaj's daughter, Sita Devi, she's called Janaki because Janak, right? So the names are like that, right? Okay. So Bhavami na chirat partha. Bhavami means, let me quickly see the word Bhavami. Where is Bhavami? Become?
Down.
Oh.
More. Yeah.
I become. Bhavami na chirat partha, meaning there is no delay. Mai aveshita chetasam. Those whose chetasam means their mind and intelligence is aveshita, means completely absorbed. Avesh, you heard the word avesh? Avesh means to be absorbed. So that those who are already absorbed, so it's qualifying again. You can add this last line to the first 4 lines, right? You can add this last line to the first 4 lines, and then Krishna is saying, so for such devotees, I am the swift deliverer, meaning na chirat, without delay I deliver them. But for the impersonalist, what Krishna is saying, is he saying, no, they are taking so much trouble, I have special grace on them? Is Krishna saying that? No. What is Krishna saying instead? It's very troublesome for the embodied. In general, for general public, the process of Jnana Yoga is very difficult. But those who are doing engaged in the process of Bhakti Yoga, and have achieved certain, elevation in that process, for them, I am the swift deliverer from this ocean of birth and death, material suffering, right? So that is clear. Okay. Did we read the translation already or no?
No.
Okay. Now someone can read it, please. How do I minimize this? Okay. Yes.
But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
Okay. How many of us want to quickly be delivered from this ocean of birth and death? Or who wants to immediately go? He's had enough. Okay, so if we want to do that, what should we do? Yeah, we should try to achieve this state, right? If you want to buy a Lamborghini or whatever, like an expensive car, I may be killing the pronunciation, but if you want to buy an expensive car, these brand names are not simple to speak. The spelling doesn't match their names. So whatever brand you want to buy, Ferrari is simple. So if you want to buy a Ferrari, then you have to qualify yourself, right? You have to earn that much money, because just let's say you amass like $500,000 and you buy the car, but then the expense of maintaining the car is going to be huge. So you need to have that salary to back up your maintenance of that car also. You just cannot just buy it once. So the point is that to get something great, achieve something great, your qualification has to be great too, right? To achieve liberation from this existence is very, very difficult if you go the path of impersonal. But if you go the path of bhakti, is it very easy? Is it easy?
It's not
Easier compared to the previous one, but still you have to do.
Why is it easier? Because it was in the purpose that we should have. Okay.
It's not troublesome.
Yeah.
It's not troublesome.
Because Krishna said it's
Krishna himself said
Yeah, of course. But why?
it's easier for us to relate to someone, like a personal form, right?
Very nice answer. Thank you. That's exactly. They nailed the point. That's what it is. Because we have so much habit of being in this world, seeing forms, interacting with people, which then for us this whole aspect of God has no form becomes very difficult, and achieving that, thinking about someone who I cannot imagine also, like, it's very difficult. So then the question will come, oh, so then the form that you are worshipping in the temple, is that imaginary, meaning just to help you along the process? Is that a temporary thing to do, or what's the answer for that? So the Vigraha, Prabhupada explains that the Vigraha that is installed, that is non-different from the it's not different from the Lord.
From the
Yeah, Paramatma Lord, it's not different. Why?
They do Pranapratishta.
Exactly, they do Pranapratishta, because the Lord is called to reside in the deity by authentic Vedic procedures, by a qualified Acharya. Srila Prabhupada installed the deities, right? So the deities the Lord actually came and they are residing in that deity. So he's there living. Krishna is there. So that's a authentic process. So we are not worshipping a statue. Just like a Mahatma Gandhi statue or some Lincoln or these different statues are there, right? And what ultimately happens to those statues? The pigeons sit on them and then every week you have to clean them, right? But that's not the case with the deities. We worship them. And the deities reciprocate or they don't reciprocate? Any story someone knows, they reciprocate? Unless you may say, I was there and the flower fell, not that story. But
Sakshi Gopal.
Huh? Sakshi Gopal, yes, that deity traveled. It started walking. Tota Gopinath. What is special about Tota Gopinath?
Easy. Kirchhoff.
Tota Gopinath, he sat down.
Okay.
So that's the only deity who's like sitting like this in Padmasana. Because the worshipper, Gadadhar Pandit, he was always worshipping Tota Gopinath. He was like a little taller deity of Krishna. And then when Mahaprabhu left, Gadadhar Pandit, an intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya, he very quickly became old. And at that point, he couldn't even put a garland on the neck of Tota Gopinath. And Tota Gopinath, Tota means garden, because of where he is, this is a garden in Jagannath Puri. So then, Tota Gopinath, out of his mercy, one day, he sat down. and till today he's sitting down. So that's the only deity that is like folded legs and is sitting down. Earlier he was standing, and that Tota Gopinath deity is there, and still you can take darshan. And it is said that Lord Chaitanya entered into that Tota Gopinath deity, and in the morning they saw that darshan where I think feet somewhere they have this golden line or something like that. So they do show the darshan there when Mahaprabhu entered. So these are all. The point is that the deity is not a material object. So the deity can appear in various forms. How many forms? What forms? Innumerable forms, but like it can appear in earth, paint,
Wood.
stone,
Wood.
wood. Yeah, very good. Yeah, wood.
As a human
Difficult to stand for that long, but yeah. But yes, Guru is a but we don't like worship him. We don't say he's Krishna, but we say he's representative of Krishna, and we worship him as good as Krishna. That's another thing. But we get the point, right? So moving on to the
Metal also.
metal. Yes, fifth was metal. Thank you, Prabhu.
mind also.
Mind is there. Maybe there's 6 also. Okay. So many of them. Should we go to the purport? So Narayaniya. No. Before that, there is one more verse. Varaha Puran. Varaha Puran says, Nayami Paramam Sthanam Archir Adi Gatim Vina Garuda Skandam Aropya Yathecham Anivarita. Prabhupada says, the purport of this verse is that a devotee does not need to practice Ashtanga Yoga in order to transfer his soul to the spiritual planets. The responsibility is taken by whom?
Supreme Lord.
By the Supreme Lord himself. He's saying, right? Bhavami, I become, na chirat partha. Bhavami, right? I become. He says, I become. So the responsibility is taken by whom? Krishna. He clearly states here that he himself becomes the deliverer. A child is completely cared for by his parents, and thus his position is secure. Loving parents will never leave their kids unattended. They always take care of their kids. The kid, when they are with their parents, they are always secure. Their position is secure, their future is secure. As soon as they go out of the custody of their parents, then it's a problem. So it is said, the example is given, the Jnana Yogi and Bhakti Yogi. So the Bhakti Yogi is compared to what? The kitten. And the Jnana Yogi is compared to what? Monkeys. What do you call monkeys? Baby? Monkey baby? Baby monkey? Whatever. Baby monkey.
My brother.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
So baby monkey, right? So how is baby monkey carried?
It holds on to
Have you ever seen like the mother holding the baby monkey, like how parents hold kids in their arms? Have you seen like that? No.
Yes, I have seen.
Like baby holding
It holds
the monkey is holding the mother. If you see, always the baby monkey is holding the mother. So if a mother is jumping from one branch of a tree to the other tree, and if the baby is not careful and if it lets go, he is gone, right? But the kitten is carried by the mother in her mouth, and she takes him or her whatever like everywhere, correct? So our situation, or those who are following Bhakti Yoga, is like that of a kitten. Krishna is carrying us because we are what? Souls surrendered to Krishna. Then Krishna says we are dependent on Krishna, and Jnana Yogis are dependent on their sadhana. So when the Jnana Yogis want to go back to the spiritual world, they have to observe so many things. What's the time? Is it Uttarayan? Is it Dakshinayan? Right? The soul has to pass through these Kundalini chakras. There's so many chakras, right? I'm forgetting how many are there. 7 chakras, okay. And then Muladhar, and then and this the last one? Yeah, some chakra is there, but this is the main chakra. But the yogis have to take the soul from the Muladhara chakra, the navel area, and it keeps growing from the heart region, and then it comes out from this. There's a hole, a Brahmarandra hole. From the hole, it as if you puncture some. Let's say you puncture a balloon. The head doesn't burst like balloon, but it's like a hole is made, and then it's like some drops of blood will come, and then the soul will go to the planet where the yogi wants it to go. That's how they leave their body. But then they have to consider the time and everything, and they go by their own strength. Meaning, I am qualified by my yoga practice, so this ankar, my practice, I am now this sadhaka, I have become qualified, and then I am going to take this soul, and I am going to go to this planet, I am going to go to the spiritual world, whatever. Right? So they do that, and then they can take, like Bhishma Dev. Of course, he was a bhakta, but he also showed that when it was Uttarayan, then if you read Bhagavatam, first canto, which chapter I don't remember, 8, 9. And when Bhishma Deva left his body, then it was a time of, the sun was in the northern hemisphere, and then Bhishma Deva left his body, but of course Krishna was in front of him. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, for the devotee, this consideration should not be there, that am I going to achieve the spiritual world, am I going to be liberated? No. Why? Yeah, can someone shut the door? Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
Krishna will
take care.
For the devotees, Krishna is going to take care. How? Just like a parents, they take care of their kids, so they don't have to be burdened that, oh, what am I going to do? It's such a difficult path. Then in the Narayaniya, this is confirmed as follows: Ya vai sadhana sampatti purushartha chatushtaye taya vina tadapnoti naro narayan ashrayah. Those who have taken shelter of Nara Narayan Rishi, they are an incarnation of Krishna. Nara Narayan Rishi. Who are they? Nara Narayan Rishi? Krishna and Arjuna, actually. Krishna and Arjuna. We'll do some revision also. The class is getting a little technical, I know, but try to focus and try to understand. Keep your eyes open. So, it is in the Narayaniya Upanishad, or it's not Upanishad, I'm not sure what Narayaniya is, so it's a literature. It says that those who are surrendered to Nara Narayan Rishi or to Krishna, they easily get the results of Purushartha Chatushtaya. What is Purushartha Chatushtaya? You heard about religion, dharma, right? So there is dharma, there is artha, there is kama, and moksha. These are the 4 Purushartha. Purushartha means things that we should achieve, right? Purushartha. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So these are achieved in a very difficult manner by those who are Jnana yogis or the other Ashtanga yogis. But it is said in this verse that those who have taken shelter of Narayan, Naranarayan or Lord Krishna, for them all of these achievements are very easy, right? It is even said that Mukti herself takes a form and begs the devotee, engage me in your service. But she does not do that to the Jnana yogis. They are begging Mukti, please let me go. Please give me liberation. Please be merciful to me. But for the Bhakti yogis, Mukti Devi is saying, not for practitioners like us, I'm talking about those who are. So this verse that we discussed is about whom? Elevated, advanced practitioners of Bhakti Yoga. For them, Krishna is the deliverer. Then what? Now the next verse comes. Now, once more, this chapter is devotional service, and this chapter is very technical. This chapter is very detailed, and it is very deep, and it may get little boring. But we have to. This is the quantum physics of Bhagavad Gita, this chapter. So we have to be patient and focus for the entirety of the class. Okay, who is going to read this Sanskrit? Okay, Hindi.
मय्येव मन आधत्स मयि बुद्धिं निवेशिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः.
Someone wants to repeat?
मय्येव मन आदस्थ मयि बुद्धिं निवेशयसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः.
So can someone read the translation?
Just fix your mind upon me. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt.
Right? So now again, if we continue or keep the continuity, let's try to understand why is Krishna even saying this thing. What is he saying now? Just fix your mind upon me. Whom?
Krishna.
The Supreme Personality of, and engage all your intelligence in
Me.
mind and intelligence both. Thus you will
Live in me.
live in me always without a doubt. What does living in Krishna mean?
Always.
उनके पेट में घुस जाएंगे. What does living in mean? Like
Krishna conscious.
Yeah, living in means living in that consciousness, right? So, can someone put some intelligence in this verse and try to connect it with the previous verse? And what does it mean? What would it mean? Why is Krishna saying this? Now, previous verse was what? It was talking about the destination of those who are highly advanced.
But this verse is for how to achieve highly advanced state.
Very nice. This verse is, Krishna is reiterating the fact that to achieve that stage where I become the swift deliverer from the, if you want that I quickly deliver you, Krishna is saying, Arjuna, if you want that I quickly deliver you, then do what? Fix your mind upon me and engage your intelligence in me. Right? Which is higher, intelligence or mind? Intelligence is higher. Right? What does intelligence do?
It says which is what is right and what is
Correct. Discrimination. Right. And what does mind do?
I controls the senses.
No, that's true. What does mind do?
Oh, it desires.
Mind desires. What does mind do?
it desires.
Desires. So there are two things that mind does. I'm forgetting the Sanskrit. But either it accepts or it rejects. That's what the mind does, right? You want to go to a movie, or you don't want to go to a movie. Should I watch whatever, like a action movie, or should I go for an animation movie? Maybe intelligence is deciding all of that. But it's a very complicated thing. You cannot say, oh, my intelligence is thinking now. Oh, now this is my mind talking. You'll go crazy if you start doing that. That analysis is not required. But intelligence is the discriminating factor, and then once we make the discrimination, then the mind engages the senses. The senses do not engage by themselves, right? Unless you have the urge to eat pizza, which your mind is going to pizza, then you're going to walk. It's not like suddenly you start walking to a store and start buying stuff randomly, putting it in a cart. No, then your mind is saying you, like telling you, oh, do this, because you have this desire.
So would that be like your intelligence is based on your past experience, maybe the past experience of past life and everything? So as for example, a child who is newly born can swim. Literally, a child who is newly born can swim, and because of the mind, the child, when he grows to like 7, 8, 9, there should be someone to teach him swimming. So that could be, I believe that could be intelligence, like your subconscious mind connected to many generations where you recall everything, and that is intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence. Intelligence takes decision based on the data that's already fed, meaning based on the memory. There's one shloka that we have read already, and that kind of touches that point. What is that shloka? Buddhi nasha pranashati. What's that shloka? Kamat krodho vijayate, krodat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibrama, smriti bhamshat, buddhi nasha pranashati. So the order is there. So in that order, you have just taken the order from the buddhi. So there it's mentioned, what was the order again? Buddhi nasho pranashati, smriti bhramcha buddhi nasho. When memory is destroyed, then buddhi is also destroyed. Why? Because when memory is destroyed, there is no data for the intelligence to pick. Right? Ye acha hai, ye bura hai, ye hai, these are all like choices. If those choices are gone, then what is the program going to write? Like you said, select star from this table. If the table is nothing, then query produce no result. right? Nothing, empty. So when memory is lost, then your intelligence cannot make decision because there's no data point for it to make decision. So that's your point. So again, where was I? Buddhi nasho. Huh?
Intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence is higher than the mind, and mind is higher than the senses. Okay. Now Krishna is saying that. Yeah.
I wanted to know, like, where does intelligence come from?
Huh.
Does the intelligence come from the mind, or is it like comes from? Is your soul intelligent, or is it the mind that is intelligent?
No, intelligence is so. For example, there is this, like as a person, I may wear a shirt, and on top of the shirt I may have a coat, right? So Prabhupada gave the example that the coat is like this gross body, and the shirt is like the subtle body. So intelligence, mind, and ego, these are subtle bodies covering the soul. So intelligence is a material element by itself, but intelligence is not living. Mind is not living. Everything is driven by the soul. Soul drives everything. What's that chariot? We can take the analogy of the chariot. The chariot is the body, the whole body. Let's say there is a horse chariot. The chariot is the body, and there are 5 horses. The 5 horses are what? Senses. And the reins, mind. The driver is the intelligence. The driver is the intelligence, and the passenger is the soul. So when you are driving a chariot, you have to give instruction to the driver to take the whole carriage here or there. So ultimately it is the soul doing that. It is not the intelligence. Now again, the data point, so I'm just giving you a technical thing. All of these data points are collected over the period of our journey in this material world, based on our actions, our things we see, things we like do. So those data points are fed, the experiences are fed, and based on those, the decisions are made by the intelligence. So intelligence is an instrument. It is not independent. It is not AI. It's not independently making decisions. Oh, let's send him here. Let's make him take a wrong decision. It doesn't take decisions. It is an instrument that the soul uses to take decisions. Let's put it that way. So your question was exactly what, meaning who's taking the decision? The soul taking the decision. The intelligence doesn't independently work and say, hey, soul, I have taken a decision. No, the soul directs or uses the intelligence, which is an instrument. It's an instrument. It's a matter. It's matter which is subtle, matter that you cannot see. Mind you cannot see, but hands and legs you can see, right? So it's a subtle body, and it's dead matter. It has no life. But when the soul is there, then it uses intelligence. But when we die, when we leave this body, for the example was, I give up the coat, but I keep the shirt on, and then I go to the next body. So we keep the mind, intelligence, and ego when we go to the next body. Mind, intelligence, ego are not dropped. They stay. They stay unless you get liberated fully. At that point, you give up the intelligence, mind, and false ego. This material intelligence, mind, and false ego, and then you achieve your spiritual form and or whatever like liberation you want to achieve. So that is there. But intelligence is matter. Is that?
Oh, okay. And so do we have control of our soul?
Do we have control of
the soul? Can the soul control? Well, can I?
Yeah, that's
I'm a little
yes.
confused, but like, can the soul control what it wants? Can I control myself?
Yes.
I don't know.
Exactly. So when you say "can I," it means the soul talking, right? So the mouth is just a mouthpiece, right? Speaker is just a instrument that is talking. But who is talking?
The soul.
The soul. It's the soul expressing it through the senses. The soul has its own spiritual form, but right now we are encased in this material body. Why? Because of our past karma, our desires, and then we want to fulfill our desires. We want to enjoy independently of the Supreme, and now we are sent in this material world to purify ourselves and to go back home, back to Godhead, to become liberated. Like, so that philosophy we have already read through the first 10 chapters. The point is, this body, like, in a nutshell, not to like go too deep, you can take it after the class also if you want one-on-one. mind, intelligence and ego and all these five senses, they are instruments that are given to the individual living entity to enjoy in this world. You cannot enjoy in this world. A ghost cannot enjoy. Those who commit suicide, they have to give up their physical body, but they have their mind, intelligence and ego body, and they get a ghostly form. But that ghostly form cannot eat, cannot drink, cannot sit in a place, cannot rest. That ghostly body cannot rest. It needs to enter into a physical body to eat or to enjoy or to take rest. The ghost cannot do that. So that's why you see people become haunted. Why? Because that ghostly body is entering into the gross body of some other person. So now there are two souls living side by side. I know of one of my relatives who got haunted, and then she started speaking English fluently, and she didn't even know any English. And then some English professors told something. The ghost came, and then she started speaking English fluently, like fluently. I want to cut this. I don't know. She spoke fluent English. Oh, you want to say? You want to listen? She started speaking English fluently. Is it possible? Not
Yes,
possible. It's not. She's.
The situation is possible. I have seen with my own.
So it is there. So the point I'm trying to make is, it is a temporary situation. The soul is engaged in this body, and the whole process that we are discussing is to get out of this entanglement. Yes, you are the one who is controlling. No one else is controlling you. We let it control is another thing. Just like you start driving a car. Yes, I'll come back. So let's say you're driving a car and you don't, put your hands on the steering wheel, and you're like, oh, and then what's going to happen? You're going to fall off the bridge, or go into the other oncoming vehicles and kill yourself or someone else, right? So, I mean, it's under your control. As long as you drive, you can do gears 5, 6, whatever, right? Boost or whatever, nitro, you can go. But as long as it is in your control, you can go to your destination slowly or or early. But if you stop controlling it, then it's going to take you wherever it's randomly going to take you. So as intelligent being, because we are conscious and living entity is conscious, we should apply or use the intelligence to do the right thing. And how do we do the right thing? When we know what is right. And how do we know what is right? By reading the scriptures, right? Karma, vikarma, akarma. I think he asked, raised his hand first.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't it technically? Oh, sorry. Wouldn't we technically be limited in control and not fully in control, and actually really be controlled by Krishna as the supreme controller? So we have somewhat control, but in the grander sense of things, we don't have the control that we think we have.
That's accurate. So example, like the same car example.
Yeah.
You may have enough control to drive the car as you want, like high speed, low speed. But then there are rules that the government has made. You cannot bypass those rules. You cannot start breaking signals and just driving as however you want to. Or you cannot say, I want to fly this car. I paid so much money. Why is it not taking off? My full accelerator. I put premium gas. Like, why is it not taking off? Right. So now you may want to do many things, but it is limited. Like the instruments that you have is limited, right? If you may want to lift this building, you cannot, right? You want to do so many things, you cannot. I have fever. I want to get, all right now. You cannot. It will take week, and that's also not in our control. If it takes 10 days, 15 days, you cannot do anything. You have to wait, right? So we don't have. The only control we have is to do the right thing, right? Karmanya eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhur. What's the last line? I always remember the difficult line. Tava karmani. So that last line says that you have. So basically the verse is that you have the adhikara. Your adhikara means right. Your right is to what? To do action. To do action is your only right. But the fruits of the action or the results of the action is not under your control, right? You may give an exam. It's not like I want to become the topper. So I give the exam, you make me the topper immediately. You cannot do that, right? So karmanya vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhur. Don't think that you are the cause of the fruits of the action. You are not the cause. It's not that I'm doing something, it means I'm the cause of that action. It's a very complicated verse if you go deep. And then the last line, then akastu akarmani. That means also do not become attached to not doing. Inaction. Do not be attached to inaction. Meaning, now that if I do something, I cannot get the result. That doesn't mean I should not do it. Oh, if I don't have control over the result, that doesn't mean that I should not do that action. So Krishna is prohibiting that. He said no. So what's the time? Oh, we have time. So this verse is clear. Krishna says, just fix your. Did I answer your question to some extent?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Just fix your mind upon me and engage all your intelligence in me. Right? So engage what? The instruments. These are finer instruments. These are finer instruments Krishna is talking about. He's talking about the gross instruments also in the previous verse. That mai sarvani karmani. Whatever you do, you do. How do you do something? By your hands, by your legs, by your eyes, by your mouth, by your ears, right? Nose. That's how you do. And this is specifically talking about subtle. Mind and intelligence. Engage that into me. It's very high. Is it easy to engage? Is it easy to wash a pot or do dhyan on the form of Krishna? What is easy? Wash the pot. It's so easy. Right? Is it easy to go on Harinam Sankirtan, like chant with the devotees, or to meditate on some impersonal light of Brahma Jyoti and think about that in a secluded cave of a mountain somewhere next to the lions and tigers? What is easier?
Kirtan is easy.
Kirtan is easy. And that is the easy process. So intelligent person is always going to take the easiest process, right? You take the elevator if it is working, if you have to go to the 100th floor, or you can get knee replacement every 30th floor and reach the 100th floor. You can do that. You will reach in a very bad shape, but you can still reach there. Right? You get the point, right? So Krishna is now here giving the most intelligent path. But again, it's not easy. But then let's see what Krishna is going to say in the next. My request is, again, it's just a request. It's up to you. Please read the purport. And before we come in the class, like next time, if we are going to, maybe just take the 10 minutes to just quickly read. Just quickly read. Not like you don't have to give a class again, but you quickly read at least the first 5 verses with the purports, if possible. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes, I assure you. Right? It will not take more than 10 minutes. What that will do is, that will put us in a much better position to absorb this particular chapter, because the other chapters in the coming chapters are easy. The 3 modes of nature, this and that, and that's easy. I'm not saying it's Bhagavad Gita is easy, but those chapters are relatively easy. These topics need you put your intelligence focus, right? Mind and intelligence. Okay, now what is Krishna saying? Who wants to read Sanskrit? Now someone else. Who wants to read? Prabhu, you want to? Your name, Prabhu? Rohit. My brother's name is
Rohit Sharma.
Oh, Rohit Sharma?
Yeah.
Oh.
अच्चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय.
Oh, very nice. Someone wants to repeat this? It's good to repeat Sanskrit vibration of Bhagavad Gita because Krishna spoke this.
Not Sanskrit.
It's okay if you cannot. Then who? Someone else wants to repeat? You want to try, Prabhu? Okay. Someone else wants to? Mataji, you want to try? Mataji? Yeah, it's good to do that, please.
अतः चित्तं समाधूतं
That's correct. Yeah. Continue.
न शक्नोषि मयि
Maya sthiram, yeah.
अभ्यासयोगेन ततो
Tato
मम
ichhaptum
इच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So, atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mai sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichhaptum dhananjaya. So, what is Krishna now doing? Or he's saying actually? The verse previous Krishna is saying, engage your mind and your intelligence on me. By doing this, Arjuna, I'll be the swift deliverer of your from this samsara sagra, which I explained in the previous verse. Or Krishna is speaking, not saying verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, but he's just talking. Or as I said before, like that, right? Now, atha chittam samadhatum. Chittam means
Mind.
you can, so chittam can also include mind and intelligence both. Chittam can include consciousness and it includes mind and intelligence both. And we can also say mind. Prabhupada is saying mind, but it includes both. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi. Shaknosi means possible. Bhaktya tu ananya shakya. Text 54, 11th chapter. Shakya means possible. Shaknosi means possible. And na shaknosi means not possible. Atha chittam samadhatum. If it is not possible for you to engage your mind and intelligence, as I spoke before, meaning engage your mind and senses into me, if that is not possible, then what? Then, so is it easy to engage mind and intelligence in Krishna? No. So Krishna is giving options. Na shaknosi mai sthiram. Sthiram means
Stable.
fixed. So if you cannot fix your intelligence and mind on me, then you have lost all hope. No, Krishna is saying then abhyasa yogena tata. Then you do what? Yes. Then you do abhyasa yoga. Abhyasa means what? Practice. Abhyasa is practice. If you want to make muscles, then you have to lift dumbbells and you have to go to the gym, get a trainer or whatever and do some exercise, right? And that is abhyasa. If you want to become like a runner, then you have to do these practices of running, schedule following, diet and all that, and you become whatever, like a runner or whatever in that sport. That is abhyasa. What does abhyasa yoga means? It's not just abhyasa, it's abhyasa yoga. What does word yoga mean? We discussed many times.
Connecting all the
Yoga means to connect. So when we are practicing to connect to God, that is called
Abhyasa yoga.
and that abhyasa yoga is nothing but bhakti yoga. Then mam ichhaptum dhananjaya. What is ichhaptum? Ichha means desire. Yeah. Yes. Dhananjaya is name of Arjuna because he would win battles, and in battles what do you get? Wealth. So it's not that they are carrying trunks of gold in the battle and then you lose or then you get. No. How do they get money when they in the battle? So these soldiers would wear golden helmets, not plastic helmets or metal aluminum helmets. So they would wear what? Golden helmets, earrings, diamond, this and that. And when they would be killed, these would fall. And then the loot is taken by the opposite party. It's not they come in iron or some useless metal and that is have no value. They take it to kabadi and get like 100 rupees. They win the whole war and they get like 1,000 rupees out of that war, selling it to kabadi. But if you read, they have these earrings and all of that in previous ages. That's how they used to go to the war. All these valuables jewelry would be there, and then they'll capture the men. I don't know, or something like there'll be a lot of loot, and then Arjuna would always win. There's no like instant Arjuna is losing, so they would win and they will also get the loot, and then that's how. Now, my dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation from the previous verse, then follow the regulatory principles of
Bhakti yoga.
the word yoga used there is specifically talking about Bhakti yoga because we are now discussing what? Bhakti yoga. Arjuna is not that less intelligent that he has to Krishna say Bhakti yoga. He's saying yoga you understand. Right? If you are talking about certain topic, then you can use some abbreviation. And Arjuna is intelligent enough to understand. And then because we are not intelligent enough to understand, Prabhupada has to write it specifically. Bhakti yoga. Right? So in this way, develop a desire to attain me. That is ichhaptum. Ichhaptum dhananjaya. Mam ichhaptu dhananjaya. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. Right? So how do we develop a desire to attain Krishna? By engaging in
Devotional
service. Now Prabhupada is giving that in this verse, two different processes of Bhakti yoga are indicated. The first one is those who are already attached to Krishna. They're already attached, like advanced devotees, Srimad Ramanujacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? And he appears as a devotee. And then, can you name other advanced souls? Srila Prabhupada, his, Madhvacharya, Mirabai, Haridas Thakur. Any other devotee you know? Hariram Vyas ji. Who else? Shad Goswamis, yeah. Prabhu is
Tyagaraja.
nailing it now.
Tyagaraja.
Tyagaraja is from southern India. Yeah. So all these acharyas, these are highly elevated souls. For them, Krishna is the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. What these advanced souls. But for us to achieve, Krishna is saying, engage your mind and intelligence. But we may think, oh, Krishna is very difficult. Then Krishna says, okay, do what?
Abhyasa yoga.
Abhyas ho gaya. So the two types of devotees Prabhupada is mentioning of Bhakti Yoga, two types of processes. One is called spontaneous process, meaning that you have already achieved that stage and now it is natural for you. It is natural for you. And the second is practice, right? For us, it is natural that we can speak in English, we can manipulate, we can, not say not in English, but any language that we are talking. But for a child, he may not. Papa, tata, mama, it's something like that. It's broken words. Why? Because the practice is not there and he has not developed that, right? But once you develop, it becomes normal. You don't look up a dictionary. What should I say now? Yeah, khaya ki nahi khaya? Aapne khaya? Maine khaya. It's natural. Maine khaya. Bahut अच्छे से खाया, right? It's natural. But for a kid, he may say like this and then this and this, like that, because it's not natural. So for those who have developed this advanced stage, for them the Bhakti Yoga process is what? Natural. For them to get up at Mangala Aarti is natural. For us it is the alarm that is snoozed several times before we finally get up, or someone wakes us up, right? So for us the process is not spontaneous, but then gradually when we keep practicing, that taste slowly starts to develop. And it is not an artificial thing. It's the natural state. It's our natural state. So when the yogis, they practice, I'm talking about Ashtanga yogis, when they practice, then what happens? Then there also Krishna in that 53rd verse? No, sorry, in this second or third verse, Krishna is saying that their senses are under control, fully under control, all the senses. How is it? Why would you control your senses? It's easy or difficult to control your senses?
Difficult.
Very difficult. Why would you control your senses unless you're getting a higher taste?
Yeah, unless you're not doing it.
You cannot. You will not want to, right? So that means for them also it is becoming natural, right? So when you practice, by practicing, the advanced stages start to become natural. And then when eventually it becomes, you reach a very elevated stage of bhakti, at that point Krishna becomes a swift deliverer because then your mind is fully attached. How many minds do we have? One mind. So that mind can be attached to Maya, or it could be attached to Krishna. If 50% mind is attached to Krishna, where is the rest 50%?
Maya.
If 80% is attached to Krishna, the 20% is in
Maya.
If 100% is in Krishna, then 0% in Maya. So that is 100% Krishna is talking about. But our 100% is not there. Maybe our 10% is there. Yes.
What's Maya?
Maya means that which is not. Meaning, the word Maya, literally, the word means Maya. Ya means that, Ma means no. Meaning that which is not. Meaning that which doesn't exist. So Maya means that which is not the reality. Maya means that which is not the reality. So, for example, we are in this world. We want to enjoy. We are what, like in our 20s, early 20s, whatever, like late 20s, whatever, in our 20s, I mean, whatever age band. Till now, are we satisfied that we have achieved the goal and I don't have anything else to achieve, or I am satisfied? Who is satisfied? Is anyone satisfied? That kind of very nice, Prabhu.
More than enough.
We have, please enlighten us also. We are not. There is always dissatisfaction. You may get a job, then you want to go to the next level, then you want to go to the next level. Those who are satisfied, it's something that we call mode of goodness. Mode of goodness is there. So that is a good thing. But living entity cannot be satisfied in this matter, in this material body. It is not possible. Why? Because it's not a natural situation. Ultimately, when you have to give up this body, you will not say, okay, time to go. No. Then it's going to be very difficult. Very. So you may say, right, when you in front of you, you see your house, you have to leave your house. You put so much effort, you put so nice tiles in your house. And then you have this 85-inch QLED, right? And then you have this beautiful wife and some beautiful kids. And then by the time maybe grandkids, so beautiful grandkids, right? And at that point, you cannot say, oh, bye, I'm leaving. No, there will be so much attachment. At that point, you will say, doctor, take this $10 million, whatever dollars, give me like few years more. Then you want to live more. Even in that old age, you want to live more because now you want to enjoy. That propensity will never go. But those who are advanced, they understand that I am not this body and I am not this mind. I am not intelligence. I am nothing. I am soul. I have nothing to. I am not supreme soul, but I am soul. We can talk about that also. I am soul, and I am soul. I am soul, and I want to achieve the supreme destination. Right? No, that's true. That's not wrong. That's the difficult path that you're talking about. Aham Brahmasmi. That's a difficult path. Yeah. So the point is that the whole Bhakti Yoga chapter, Krishna is trying to bring us, those who are not so advanced, to come to the highest stage, and Krishna is giving options. There are going to be more options in the coming verse. So Krishna said, do what? Regulative principle. First, Bhakti Yoga process is spontaneous. Second is not spontaneous. You follow the rules and regulations. You get up early in the morning. You chant 16 rounds on your, minimum 16 rounds on your beads. You associate with devotees. You do some service. You read books. Books on what? Manga, what those like comics? No? Manga, yeah, manga. So those you read those? No. What do you read? Krishna literature. You read Bhagavad Gita. You read Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. You read these literatures, right? And what happens then? Intelligence. Yes, your intelligence will start to get focused on Krishna. Your mind will start to get focused on. That's the process. Krishna is giving this process very easy. And when Krishna says principles of Bhakti Yoga, then acharyas are sent by Krishna. Krishna says, my dear, whatever Srila Prabhupada is called in spiritual world, please go and bring these souls back to me. And then they come as acharyas, Ramanujacharya, these all acharyas, they come from the spiritual world. And then they start propagating. And by their example, they teach us how to practice. Otherwise, if there were no acharyas, if it was just scriptures, will it be possible? Bhagavad Gita is always there. If Prabhupada would not come and give Bhagavad Gita as it is, will it be possible for us to practice Bhagavad Gita? For most of us, it may not. There are some additional Bhagavad Gita, and those who are advanced from previous life may take advantage. In general, for masses, Prabhupada has given this Bhagavad Gita, and people are taking advantage and progressing on the path where they can reach a stage where Krishna will swiftly deliver them from the. Okay. Go to the next. Tasepi asamarthosi mat karma paramo bhava mad artham api karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Now Krishna is saying abhyasapi asamarthosi. If you even cannot do abhyasa. Abhyasa means practice. Now what? He is not saying abhyasa yoga. Why? He doesn't need to repeat that every time. Arjuna knows. Right? Arjuna knows. Prabhupada will say Bhakti yoga. Prabhupada is saying Bhakti yoga. He's adding that. Yeah. So, if you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti yoga, now Prabhupada is not saying if you cannot practice. Prabhupada is saying now because Prabhupada is saying practice and people say, oh, practice what? No. Prabhupada is clearing it up for us. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti yoga, then just try to work for me. What is that verse? Sanskrit from text 55. Work for me. Mat karma kring. Wow. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. What is the perfect stage? The stage where Krishna will swiftly deliver us. Please try to connect it back so there is a continuity, and then we are in the like the whole like the flow of the discussion, right? One who is not able to even practice the regulative means of Bhakti Yoga under the guidance of a spiritual master can still be drawn to the perfectional stage by working for the Supreme Lord. So if someone may not be able to practice, so they may say, Prabhu, I cannot chant, I cannot do this. This word should not, disclaimer, this verse should not be used as excuse to not render Bhakti Yoga. This is for genuine cases where someone is not able to practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Then Krishna is giving an alternative. That alternative does not mean that that becomes a separate path. That means that by doing that you will come back to the, like a side road. You cannot go through this road, you take the side road, but ultimately merge back in the same highway where now your friends are already going that path. You just come back. So you take a D route, take your time, come, take your stops, come back, but merge back into that highway. Don't go here and there. Don't go into the fields. One is not even able to practice. How to do this work has already been explained in the 55th verse, right? Million times we have discussed this. One should be sympathetic to the propagation of Krishna consciousness. And how do you, so Krishna is saying, do what? Just try to work for me. So Krishna Prabhupada is saying, explaining, giving us the understanding. What does Krishna mean by that? Now, one thing, this text number, what is the text number? 10. This is still Bhakti Yoga. This is still what? The next verse is Karma Yoga. 10th is Karma Yoga. Sorry, 11th is? Very good, Prabhu corrected me. 10th is Bhakti Yoga. 11th is Karma Yoga. Prabhu is paying good attention. So, and then after that, 12 onwards, it's going to be again Bhakti Yoga. This 11th he put Karma Yoga. Okay? ग्रंथ राज में भगवद गीता की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि।